Hey, I'm Marcus and I'm playing Crusader Kings 3. Graf Siegfried von Sayn is right now 60 years of age, and he's feeling it. He's ailing. He knows that he doesn't have that much longer to live, and that's fine. He's old. He's not expected to be much older, so he went on this hunt last time, and he was chasing the white boar, something that he'd been doing for years, for decades even. And during that hunt, he fell into a trap. And while he was in that trap, he realized that all his life he had been chasing something, ever since he had been instated by Archbishop Anno to that Grafschaft, to the county. He fought for Kaiser Heinrich IV in several wars in the north against heathens, and then for almost 10 years in a war against, well, the realm, everybody. And what good did that bring him in the end, right? I think that was something he was contemplating in that moment. At the end of the day, once that war was resolved, Kaiser Heinrich just died. And now the new Kaiser is sitting in Hungary, also an ailing older man. And he had been one of the enemies in that war initially. So what good did it bring him? That's what he was thinking about. And he was about to scramble his way out of there, trying to get to that white boar again, trying to defeat it. But he realized that maybe he should stop the chase. Maybe his time of strife, of chasing something elusive that he never can quite catch, is over. And instead he called for help. And he was bandaged, and they went home, and he promised his wife that he would be there for her from now on. That he would not, indeed, become the next advisor to either the Kaiser or to one of Heinrich's sons, right? Even if Poppo here is his son-in-law. No, he did not do that. He vowed to stay home. He did not go or pledge to the crusade, which was something he also had in mind. He would not do either of these things. Instead, he would stay home and look after his family. With his son, Ezzo, whom he hardly knows, whom he had been tossing around from one court to another, given him to the care of the ambitious Pfalzgraf Hermann, in order to, what? Instill some ambition in him? Ezzo had other ideas, definitely. That was not his thing. But here we are. And I think for the last years of his life, he wants to mend things. He wants to be there for his family. So that's where we are right now. Now, before I begin, let's just take a look around, because a lot of things have happened during these past 10 years that we've been busy fighting and besieging and so on. As we do see right now, Pfalzgraf Hermann is still going. He's currently in a war, and that's a big one. He's fighting against Herzog Goffredo in nothing other than his claim on the whole of Lower Lotharingia. So that's what he wants. That part down here. Not the part up there. That would still be his then. Well, we will see where that's going. He's also, again, he's not in the best of health. So he's aging. And he probably knows it. That's why he wants to go. Why he wants to leave his sons. And he has 2 sons right now. So that would be his idea then. With his oldest inheriting Lotharingia, and then Lower Lotharingia would go to Heinrich, his second son. That's what's happening around here. I mean, close around us, I don't think much has changed. Seems to be rather stable. But if we zoom out a little further, then we see that big things have changed over here. As we do know, just a few decades ago, there was this big conqueror, Harold Godwinson, who subjugated most of the British Isles, right? The whole of Ireland, and I think the Isles here as well. He was just a few years away from actually subjugating the whole Isles and then maybe becoming emperor or whatever. That did not happen, as we see. And instead, we had more Anglo-Saxon rulers in England. But right now, drum roll, we do have King Robert Curthose. Because he, apparently, we scroll down, I guess we will find it. He conquered the Kingdom of England by pressing his claim. So we do have the Normandies in England in the end. The only thing is that this works different now than what you would normally expect from that conquering, is that the Kingdom of England is still this Saxon elective, and therefore the Saxons are voting themselves in probably after his death again. France here has also captured Normandy back. I guess that was the recent war that they had, and he's now fighting in the Crusade, so that's good for him. In France, we have Roi Hugues II. That's the brother of Philippe, because he didn't have any surviving sons. I was asked if any one of them is excommunicated. He was not at the end of his life, and he isn't. So maybe at some point one of them was excommunicated, because we did see, and now we do see that Herzog Poppo here still has that unpressed claim, that Heinrich IV had a pressed claim on that for whatever reason. So I don't know, we will never know probably. But he still has that claim here. Also, of course, now has the pressed claim to the Holy Roman Empire. So that's something to keep in mind. Alright, what else do we get, by the way? Other things look fairly normal to me. We have Apulia under the Daudevils, and they finally managed to capture the whole of Sicily. In most of my games, the Daudevils are very passive when it gets to conquering Sicily. I'm not sure if you experienced that as well, but in my games that's usually the case. But in this game, it isn't. He actually conquered the whole of Sicily. There we go. Duchy of Capua, Duchy of Salerno, Duchy of Calabria, Duchy of all these duchies here. So he could be king. And maybe that's what he's currently saving up for. Apart from that, with Egypt down here, the Byzantine Empire is in a bit of an infighting situation. Persia has broken up a bit, interestingly. So, not the big powerhouse anymore. So that's where we are in terms of... Oh yeah, by the way, we still have the big unified Kingdom of Denmark and Norway now stretching up to Iceland over here. Very huge. Oh yeah, he's about to die. But then both titles, Denmark and Norway, would go to his son. So the unification will remain even after his death. Now, let's head back. I did some minor changes, and that was mostly cosmetic. Or, well, cosmetic. We have Siegburg now. I put in a coat of arms that somehow resembles the one that Siegburg has. It's supposed to be a depiction of Saint Michael. And that's the saint that the abbey in Siegburg is dedicated to. Really beautiful abbey, by the way. I think you can visit it nowadays because it's not really an official abbey anymore. It's on a like big hill in the middle of the town. Anyway, so I changed that, and then I changed some of the nobles at my court to reflect that they are locals, local nobles, right? So we have Romuald here. I don't remember like what his name was, what Weimar or something like that, and we know that Weimar is over here. So he's now Romuald von Bernsau, and that was a very important local noble house. They've been there for a while. There's the ruins of their castle, some 20-30 kilometers away from here, that you can visit nowadays. There's just the remnants of some walls, not much. But I then named him von Bernsau, so that counts for all of his children as well. That's also the official coat of arms that they had. Then we have the von Hachenburgs, and that is a dynasty from the Sayn area. Dieter von Hachenburg, our marshal, now aging. His daughter Heike and her daughter Wiltrudis. Right, so the line goes on, at least to that point. And then finally I have Tankulf von Rennenberg. He was Tankulf Roos, I think. Again, that's the official coat of arms. The von Rennenbergs were from around the town of Linz. On the Rhine, beautiful medieval town. If you're ever in the area, go visit it. It's really, really beautiful. Very picturesque. What you would imagine when you go to a medieval German town. Anyway, so that's what I did to kind of somehow bring some local flavor into this. And I guess I will continue doing that kind of thing whenever I ennoble someone. But I have to do it in between spots, right? Because it takes some time to research and figure out what the coat of arms is. And then you have to edit the save game to actually get the font in, right? So that's I will do that in between sessions. Okay, right. So I did figure out some things that we could do at our court. I did see that we now have a Low German speaker in Radegund von Bilstein. And that would make sense for us to also speak Low German. So there we are. We do have some court positions, and maybe there's a way we can bring one of the younger guys in. For example, like Lothar von Bernsau. Antiquarian. We don't really need an antiquarian, do we? I mean, we have the back scratcher. He could look after that. But other than that, I don't think we terribly need one of them. Could go for a seneschal. Then again, we don't have that much money anymore since we're not the imperial advisor anymore. So yeah, he would be good in that one. Tankulf would also be good for that one. I'll keep it in mind. Right, I guess what I could do is, as a personal champion, put in... Oh, where is he? Put in our own son, Ezzo. Now, that for a reason. So that he is able to, showcase. That he's able to show that he's a man now. So, fighting in our honor when it gets to that. And then he can also improve his skills. That would be good for him. So that's what he'll be doing. Right, and I guess we finally give up on that one. No more tracking legendary game. That's over now. We don't need to track that anymore. We really don't. Now, there are some things I want to do. And one thing that I've seen. I guess you could say that Siegfried is softened to a degree. And maybe he has, but he is still a vengeful man, and there's still people he really, really doesn't like. And one of these people is Lüdger. Good old Lüdger. He's not in the best of spirits anymore. He's also faltering heart, ongoing heartache. Their best friend died. Boo-hoo. And he's back. He's not in Nice anymore, where he had his little exile. No, he has returned to court. And I guess, no doubt, trying to get back whatever funds he had left. And I think that it's about time to get rid of him one way or another. Not going to really hurt him or anything. But I guess what we will do is using the hook that we have and just arrest him. Now, that is an act of tyranny, and that's fine. Because we know that while Siegfried thinks of himself as being a very just person, he is not. So that is a subjective call. And that subjective call includes those funds. Because Siegfried's argument is that those are all embezzled. That was from the time when Lüdger was steward, and he put money on the side whenever he could. So that is all embezzled funds from the Sayn treachery. Treasury. He's been treacherous in Siegfried's mind. So let's imprison him. And I guess we can just start see where that's leading. Hopefully it works. And there we go. He's starting to hold a grudge. Yeah, okay. I don't give a toss. Okay, there we go. Yes, we lost some legitimacy, but he is in prison. And yeah, again, there's all this stuff like executors are on. No. I'm not going to do that. I'm also not going to torture. Don't think that is something really that Siegfried would do. But he wants his revenge. And his revenge is banishing him. Therefore becoming the owner of the Warden language manual. Okay, I'll take it. Wasn't that the one that he tried to sell us decades ago? We tried to learn Italian, I think. And those funds here that he embezzled will now go back to us. And he will be gone from court. There you go. There he is. Farewell. And he is now, he seeks, oh, he's not even guest, he's just there, right? I know. So somewhere to the west here. Right, that's where he's heading. Mm-hmm. Well, good for him. Good riddance, Lüdger. I hope I'll never see you again. So then the next thing that I want to do, and I think it would be best to have a court chronicler at that point. Maybe I'll put Hildegard in that position. She can do a bit of double duty. And that is, we still have this option here to commission an epic. Totally forgot about this, but it's something he can do. Well, you're likely to get a better result if you have extra money to spend, so we'll see about that. Now again, when we consider this is not going to be, I don't know, whatever kind of novel or whatever. This is going to be some kind of chronicle. And that will be done in an abbey. And that's why I want to, and I hope I can do that. I was hoping I would get Hildegard to do this, as she's now court chronicler, but apparently that's not the case. Because of course, yeah, this should be done in an abbey, so it should be done by a monk, at least, right? So if it's not her, then we can go for Ehrenfried, and we can easily imagine that Ehrenfried is also a very prominent monk in the abbey where Hildegard is abbess, right? That's headcanon. We've established that. So we would go for him, and there you see. That costs us another 100 gold. But it's okay. We do have the funds, and it's an important thing, I think, for Siegfried to say, okay, I want this chronicle that should depict my life, the life of my family up till here, even if there isn't much to tell, but surely we can get something in there. So that history will remember him a certain way. So we will get Ehrenfried to do this. He's also now at our court. Well, he's a guest. That's fine. So there we are. Oh, by the way, yeah, we do have that language manual now. Okay. Okay, I'm not complaining. There we go. My family epic seems to be progressing well, and some lines already sound like they will be quoted for decades to come. But Ehrenfried has a lot of questions about the focus of the story. Would be easier to answer if he wrote it all first, then I could tell him what I dislike about it, but he insists he needs answers now. Yes. So that one here, as far as I interpret this, because he would gain stress as he's a patriarch, that would solely focus on him. And we know that that is not what he's all about now. No, it is about his family's history. There we go. And yeah, he should be generous. We don't want the story to be as truthful as possible. It should be... Well, we're paying for it, right? There's... It's going to be illuminated and everything. It's going to be very nice looking. So we want this to be extraordinary. Oh, we have a new perk. Yeah, I guess we can go down this tree now. Makes total sense, focusing on home. Yeah, by the way, we will not pay homage or petition the Emperor. That's simply like... He's over here. It's going to be a long, long journey, and we don't even know that will he still be alive by the time we arrive there, so... And there we go. There's our third story here. Commission the Epic. Ehrenfried is creating an epic chronicle to increase the renown of the von Sayn dynasty and get an artifact. The chance of an exceptional chronicle is 80%. Okay, that's good to know. Alright. Then, yeah, let's go. Now, there was something else I wanted to do, but I guess we can do that at the beginning of next year. Oh yeah, something I forgot is that Eckehard von Berg here, that's the current Graf, he is now, of course, our ward. So we are trying to make the best out of him. I've received news that the old Roman bridge in Maastricht recently collapsed when a large procession of people attempted to cross it. As this bridge had been a critical crossing point over the... that's the Maas River in German. Or in Dutch as well. A major river in the area, its sudden loss will likely have negative effects on the region for quite some time. Talk is already underway by various notables in Maastricht, including its ruler, Graf Lodewijk. That's him. On if a replacement bridge is possible and where it could be built. Okay. That is a tragedy, of course. Oh, Duke Roger has been excommunicated. There he is. My Chancellor Volkbert is reading my family epic as it is slowly coming together. A lot of it is not very plausible, such as the part with the hermit's guidance, he tells me. On the other hand, who is to say that what the past was like? If you are already doing embellishments, why not take it as far as we can? Yeah. Yeah, we want to tell a good story. I think that's more important here. Yeah. Not looking for the truth. We're looking to make the most out of what we invest in here. And we do see here that we are leaning towards insignificant when it comes to the level of splendor. Aha! Poppo is doing his thing. Install Herzog Poppo on the Holy Roman throne. He's starting it. Can only hope he won't actually follow through, because then he would yeah, drag us into it. My spymaster Chiro seems to be the latest person to have read excerpts from my family epic. Your great-great-grandmother was a fascinating and resourceful figure, he tells me. If we let it be known that you are even half as underhanded as she, people would think twice before acting against you. Yeah. Hostile scheme resistance. I mean, she was honorable and upstanding. What is more important to Siegfried in that regard? I think that he would want to portray his family as being able to survive, being resilient. So there is that. I will just take it. Oh, and there is the late, the son of the late Heinrich, Prince Giselbert. Oh, and there's two of them. Gangulf. Oh, that's bordering on a miracle, right? The twins of the dead father. Fascinating. I mean, he died in his sleep. He might as well have died in the act. I guess that's one way to go. Alright, we're in January. Ehrenfried has taken a number of liberties in my family epic in regards to warfare and battles. It makes for dramatic scenes, but I worry my marshal has been offended as he furrows his brow at a particular scene. I'm almost relieved when he finally shares his thoughts. It's all nonsense, but this part with the Hermit's guidance has given me some idea. The Hermit's guidance, there it is again. Did we ever meet a hermit on our travels? I don't remember it. Yeah. Take the inspiration, and then we can use it. Oh, there we are. There is more chances to upgrade here. And I guess by the time that we're doing this, because it always takes a few months, it would be not good to do that now. I want to host a feast. And the reason why, and I guess we can do that in the Abbey of Siegburg, is I want to have, and let's see, how can I, maybe that way? Can I not put my son in here? Oh, that's a shame. Because I would like... is that because he cannot attend because he is my... my regent. Well, that's too bad, is it? What if we do it at home? Then we shouldn't need to have the regent, right? Yeah, but he's still not in the list. Ah, damn it. Because that was my idea. We host a feast in which our son would be the honorary guest so that people could already see that he is the successor. Do we actually... Should I just... That's not very good, though. Appointing someone else right now. We could go with Dieter because he's in poor health and we'll be gone soon. Let me just check succession score. Yeah, I guess we could put Sophia in this one as well. Maybe we'll do that. There we go. We can do a Phil Coffers thing. And now game. If you don't allow me to, I'll be very upset. No, I won't be. It's so fine. It's just, well. Yeah, okay. He's still... Well, I can only decide who the honorary guest is right now, right? I can't do that once the feast has started. So there is that. Or do I need to invite other guests here? Is that the thing that we need to do? Knights... Can even invite neighboring rulers. Then we would have the King of Poland coming. I think that's a bit too much, really, and not that important. Can invite rivals. Lüdger, you want to come over? No, I will not invite my rivals. No, no, no. Is he invited now? No, still not invited. Oh, damn it. Well, I guess I should have someone in here. Oh, let's pick Poppo in that case. We do like the man and we do want to acknowledge his claims. I think that's very valid. That is fine for me. I guess we're not going to do much here. So start the feast. Can we at least have him then? Yeah. At least he's coming. So we can still pretend it's about this. An opportunity for our son to maybe make friends. Ehrenfried has completed my family epic, and what a glorious chronicle he has composed. It was high drama, moral quandaries, and tense duels. Everything my family has been forged from is in there. Even the part with the Hermit's guidance, seemingly so far-fetched, has become a touching moment outlining the destiny of my house. Ah, the Hermit's guidance. So we have plus 0.08 prestige, plus 1.2 renown. That's actually not bad. Enemy hostile scheme phase length 12 days slower, and control territory defender advantage plus 8. That's quite nice, actually. And we do gain renown. 150 renown. Some prestige, and I think that's enough. Yes! To make us insignificant. Woohoo! Oh yeah, by the way, I do have the artifact manager installed, and that means that we can technically have more than one journal at a time. Right, so far we've invested in our glory. Could go further down that route, of course. I also always like to go down that route here. Makes hunts and feasts a little less expensive, because once we go into high medieval era, that will become very expensive. Could even go into activities. I mean, we've held a big wedding. Ah, but that would be fine, I think. That would be sound. He has been mostly fair. Mostly. So that's fine. Right. Okay, yeah. They say I should offer him a hostage again. Well, I'm guessing he's currently still attacking here, so... Oh, and maybe he's losing because Goffredo does have a host of his own. Interesting. After all the time Ehrenfried has spent at my court and how well he has gotten to know me, it feels strange that he's about to depart. I have other places to go and other stories that need telling, he tries to explain. Oh, that's 50 gold. No, then I suppose he can go. Bye-bye. I can still invite him to court. Question is, no, now he's gone. Okay, no, he's bishop now of Northamptonshire. Well, good for him. Good for Ehrenfried. Right. Means I could have waited with the feast, right? Then I would have... Nah. This is not about that. Let's speed it up. So we can get to the feast. 40 guests have come. Oh, Ezzo does not seem to be very pleased about this, of course. He's a shy man. I just think that Siegfried does not get that. Like I said before, he doesn't understand his son too well. He's well-meaning, but that doesn't mean he's doing well in that regard. There we are. The guests are gathered in the hall, lords and ladies from the near and far reaches of the realm. The mood is bright and spirits are high as the feast begins. Welcome, my friends. Is there anything more jovial than a good feast? Guests throng to and fro, eating and chatting while flickering torchlight plays on every wall, light bouncing like laughter around the hall. It's always the same text, right? I'm guessing he will take it lightly, so it's good folk to mingle with here. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one, thanks to the presence of Graf Heinrich. Aha, Graf Heinrich of Stade. We spoke all evening about all manners of subjects, and as things would have it, we seem to have a lot in common. I had such a good time with him. Oh, nice. Is Ezzo doing well? Is he fine? As one plate of food is replaced by the next, my fellow vassal Duke Guthgalet Vid goes on and on about the blessings of family. Well, that's fine then. Blessings of family is a subject I can talk about with him. I listen intently to Herzog Engelbert as he carelessly reveals all manner of things. Distracted by trying to get one last drop from his cup, he is oblivious to how carefully I am paying attention. Once he realizes, he starts getting up. I'm only rambling. It's not true anyways. Any of it. That's Herzog Engelbert of Verona. That is the son of the former Hermann. That's interesting to know. Oh, he does have a lover. I'm guessing there's not much we will do with that information anyway. The feast is starting to draw to a close, and my visitors are surely expecting me to lavish a little attention on Herzog Poppo, our esteemed guest of honor. Yeah, we toast him. Surely. There we are. Oh, by the way, Adalbert von Saffenberg has died. That means that Adam is now the Graf, and that means that Magdalene, our daughter, is the Gräfin of Saffenberg. That's nice. Right, we can go inside again. It's all done. Ezzo really didn't have the best of times there. But yeah, I guess. He can be acclaimed as a master of revels now, so there's that. That's still 5 alliances that we could have. Oh yeah, with Adam of Saffenberg. Yeah, I would like to have that alliance, please. Can also... No, he's not training for a tournament anymore. That's a thing of the past. Oh yeah. Marvelous. Still alliances. Von Mayen. Mayen would make sense as well, right? Guess that is still our quote-unquote nephew-in-law. Ah, heck, let's go for it. Oh, and there we are. He's dying. Siegfried can definitely feel it now in his bones. He's not going anywhere. And just in time. Praise God. I have just received word that the large Catholic monastery I ordered to be built has been completed in Sayn. With its great size and decent-sized monastic community, it will provide many important services to nearby settlements and serve as a local center of learning and faith. So that is the formerly small monastery that we now built into a large one, where Hildegard is still the abbess. And we're getting renown again. Getting some modifiers. Quite nice. Sayn is doing well, I think. My family gathered at the Great Hall in Sayn, enjoying the realm's relative peace while we feasted. My friend Hildegard was once again the life of the evening, keeping everyone laughing with her stories. Meanwhile, my son Ezzo did his damnedest to remain small and unnoticed at the edge of the table, avoiding all chatter. Even so, it was good. We were all together, and that's what matters most. I guess he's trying to push his son into doing things, but he just won't. That's not him. That's just not him. Right, that's still ongoing here. But now firmly going against Hermann. Oh, there he is. Why aren't they? Where are they going? So it's again. This is we'll tip it again. Weird, but that is not Siegfried's concern anymore. Oh, I'm guessing he's not dying anymore. I guess he just had a small fever or something. That's from the more quality of life settings mod. Yeah, there we go. He has a dangerous fever in this moment, so that's why. And of course we know that can tip an old person over. Will only usually last for a few days. There we go, it's already gone. Anointed Sovereign. Oh, right, yeah. I think the thing is that he had been crowned as king before, and therefore he couldn't hold another coronation. So he just became emperor, and now he changed that law. Oh, nobody in court can speak Low German. Oh. Ah, she's gone again. That is not ideal, obviously. And by the way, poor woman. Considered a lunatic. We'll see what we make of that when we get to it. Right, by the way, we could technically, try to hold the hunt again. But you know what? I will not do it. Oh, and now he becomes an heir in training. A bit late. What do we have here? Following the start of the war for Herzog Poppo's... Oh, dear lord. No! Ah. Yeah. Well, obviously, we can't side with him. And Poppo is our ally. That would even seem a little treacherous if we remained neutral. So, I guess that is what we would do. So he's leading it. That's good, actually. Bohemia is strong, as we know. Yeah, I guess we do have to do that. I guess that's not how he wanted to spend his last days. but here we are. And I'm guessing it's us against... let's check who's also in here. We will see that in a moment. At least we are close, right? Raise the armies. Well, I guess what we could do. And again, he's by no means equipped for this. He's by no means equipped for this. But he needs to do these things. That's what Siegfried would say. Even if he hates it. He does not get to have a say in this. Yeah, the white boar is still around. We know that. But that's over now. That's a thing of the past. So, let's catch up with them. Oh, there's... Goffredo is against us. That is not good. And Hermann is pro. Pro Poppo. The pro Poppo faction. Okay. So what I will do is say we will attach the army to that of Gleiberg, which is Poppo's army, so he's going with them. So what is he doing? Is he going attack mode? He is. Oh dear. Oh, and apparently that's not great for us. Ooh, wow. Oh, and Ezzo is even the commander in here. Oh, we might have won this. Might have won this if Siegfried was in place there. But again, it's not his thing to do anymore. That is the important part here. The twists and turns of fate have not always been to my advantage. God knows that I was cursed the day I met Lüdger. Today, however, that curse has been lifted. Fate has smiled upon me and brought that vile scullion to his grave. Yeah, there he is. Died. Oh, that was too bad. Oh, and Lothar was captured. Oh, the slaughter of Wiesbaden. Look at that. Poor Ezzo. Again, doing something he doesn't want to do. Oh, Dieter is what happened to Dieter? Did he die or is he just... Well, he's captured. Oh, I think he died. Did he die in the battle? Check. Dieter von Hachenburg was slain in battle by Leopold von Franken. I guess he was old. He was already old. So we'll pick a new marshal. And we have several to choose from. Franz here, I guess, would make a good marshal. And now they're going up here. And now they have a third daughter. Interestingly. I'll name it Katharina. Do we have another? I think we already have a... We have a Rechinsa. We have a Adelheid. We could have a Winfrieda, right? That was our... Or at least that was Sophia's mother. Right? That would be fine. Adelheid, Rechinsa, and Winfrieda. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We have to be gone fast. And I guess the only real choice that we have here is joining up. Oh, damn it. We will lose troops. And for whatever reason, there's a battle here? Oh, because there's the army of Jülich. Oh. Do I... Can't... No. If I go over there, I'll have to fight him. This is not at all ideal. Though meeting up with Hermann is the best choice that we currently have in this. Because look at this. Okay. We're still losing 100 troops here. Alright, they have no commander, so that's why we're winning. Oh, but Franz was wounded. No. 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 Oh dear. Ah, Tankulf wounded someone. Good for him. There's 5 guys against 2 guys against 50. One guy. That is just Romuald still standing there. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah. We can get a new guy. No, okay, so that was lost. No? What happened here? What is happening? Why is our 0 soldiers? Are they killing themselves? Okay. Well, I guess I'll just... I'll take it. That was weird. And I'm guessing now it's quite over, because now he's joining us. And, oh dear lord. Oh dear. Oh, Ezzo. But look at him. He won. He won. He actually won. Ah, but at what cost? At what cost? Look at our knights. Well, he's okay now again. I guess he is too. Also fine. Okay-ish. He lost a leg. Ezzo's still fine. Well, he's not there. He's now disfigured, and he also lost a leg. Romuald. Yeah, his son obviously still incarcerated. Oh, he's with them. I don't know who that is anyway. Gerlach. Okay. Oof. Right. Gozelo is leading that one here. That's the son of Hermann. Good. We won one. Now moving here. Aha, now he's picking them apart. I guess that's nicely done. And while this is ongoing, I should have known something was up the moment my wife arrived to our bedchambers to spend the evening. Sophia had a twinkle in her eyes with spoke of mischief. I have something to tell you, my love, she said. Oh? I did my best to pretend to be unintrigued, though it was untrue. It's a secret I overheard at court today, and I thought you might just be interested to hear it. What? Hildegard is practicing witchcraft. Oh no! Well, I guess she's our friend. We would never go against her, but that is shocking to hear. That is absolutely shocking. She is an abbess. Well, he's doing it quite cleverly, right? He's just picking them apart one by one. And now we're moving south. Okay. That was another clean sheet. Whew. Right. Oh. Oh. No, don't come for us, please. Ah, and there we go. Eckhard has come of age. And oh no, he's not in the war, okay. No, they're coming for us, are they? There's nothing more to be done here, by the way. Richinza's first steps, that is our granddaughter here. Yeah, I think he's going to be very nice with his grandchildren. By the way, she's already 6, isn't she? and curious. I think, you know what, he will take that as a sign that he should be carrying for the young'uns now. So there we go. Alright, you're gonna learn from me. While, where are they going? They don't know. I think they are confused. Oh, they are coming for us, are they? No, I want to stay here. Oh, apparently that was ours to call. Okay. Alright. You need to leave, by the way. Oh, and Hildegard has died. Yeah, the old guard is leaving us, right? Chiro could go in that position. He's definitely not the best at doing this. And he's also in that age, but we can put him in that position. Oh yeah, and I guess he... Oh, by the way, I clicked that one here. I do not like to do automation. Just improve his skills, and then, yeah, I guess he could become good even. Oh, we don't have a Caramel Master currently. Which I guess is also fine. We don't need to go anywhere. You need to leave, by the way. You need to leave. Ah, damn it. Are we getting away, or... Oh, they're coming for me. Jesus Christ, he needs to leave. Yeah, there's nothing we can do here. And I guess Ezzo is also not someone to, you know, be brave and seek a big confrontation. I think he would just try to get away. Oh, we do have a prisoner. Graf Giselbert. Well, he is... Well, he's not part of the war himself. Okay. How did he even get here then? But 70 gold is nice. I will take 70 gold. Yeah, and that's the right side. I accept. What's up with that guy here? Barthélemy die. Nice man. Guessing I could poach him. Grey Eminence. 22 years of age. Can we not just say, why don't you stay with us? Could become a chancellor or something. And Wilhelm von Franken. Alright, that's his son. Currently can't afford 50. But he's making money, so yeah, okay. We're heading deep into France. Yeah, what's your step now? Can I actually... Ah, yeah, right. I'm not going to do the thing where I... disband the army. I'm not allowed to do that. People will get mad with me in the comments. All good. What can I do, though? What should I do? I can't safely enter the Reich again because nowhere is safe for us currently. I think we made a horrible decision, but at the end we had to do this. Right? There was no choice. The only thing that we can hope will happen now is for Geza to die before this war is over. That is the only thing we can really hope for. But he is things firmly in control, which also means when he wins, right, Siegfried will be gone. That is something to keep in mind. And then, who knows? Like, either he takes Sayn directly, or he just says, okay, we pass it on to Ezzo. But now Ezzo is participating in the war. So, what do we make of that? What we could do is go to the sea, take a nice little trip by ship round the North Sea and the Baltics, and then head to Rostock, where this Premischlit is Count, and he's on our side. That will be safe. Oh, you cannot be serious. Are they really coming for me? Jesus Christ. I guess we have to venture further inland into Normandy. Yep, there we are. They are relentless, are they? Like hounds on a trail. Okay, they're not following me. There's that. He would pay 15. No, that's not enough. That's not enough. He's worth more than that. Again. No! Nah. Is this going to happen every 2 minutes now? Right. I guess even Hermann is very much outclassed here. There you go. Go to Rostock. It's gonna be safe. Relatively speaking. There he goes. Okay. Already lost the other war. Oh yeah, by the way, he's dead. Died in his sleep. 1106. Godzelo is in his place. He inherited quite the mess, but I guess he's quite the guy his father would wanted to have in that position. Yeah, this really didn't go our way. Yeah, let's pick that one here. Right, we can go there and then replenish. The endless clash of metal on metal, the chafing of armor, the sting of sweat. It is a dance that is as familiar as it is exhausting. To heft my sword, attack, dodge, defend, and repeat. Maybe it would do me good to practice my skills with another weapon. At 64 years of age. No, I think he's done learning new things. He's becoming a respected expert with his weapon. Yeah, we do see we are quite down on troops. We can go up to 300 each in armored footmen and archers. Right. Far away from the war. It's mostly raging on Godzelo's side of things now. Which is, I guess, lucky for us. Oh, we won't be so lucky once they cross the Rhine. Nothing we can do here, by the way. I guess we could upgrade, but we need 250 gold. Oh, by the way, Goffredo has died at only 40 years of age. I guess he inherited the bad health from his father. And now his big realm has been split up. There's Herzog Gerardo of Lower Lotharingia, you have Herzog Guido of Gelre, and Herzog Ruggiero of Tuscany. Yeah, this is look at that. Look at the size of these armies. Each one of these could handle us with ease. And they're still going. I would have liked to pledge neutral in that one, really. I would have wanted that. But we are his ally. And I guess there is this principled nature of Siegfried. So, yeah. No, there is no ransoming him for 15 gold. I could already ransom him for 22. I'm just waiting for him to make more money. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I guess they would go to Frankfurt, really. That would be their main target. By the way, how are we doing? Yeah. Oh, they're meeting up with their friends. Ah, dear. Do we have any hosts left? The Bremschislits are down here. And doing things, I guess. Besieging is good. That will just prolong the war. And I guess, really, at this point, the only thing we can hope for is for King Geza to die. That's really the only thing we can hope for. But I guess they're coming for them. They're marching down. There's the long march. As I patiently await the fetching of my clothes, a servant stutters, "My lord, no one can find your garments." Oh, little Richinza here, the little scoundrel. She is wearing my clothes. Yeah, that's what's happening, by the way. That's Siegfried's life currently. He's living the domestic dream while his son is up here in Rostock. Doesn't have a clue. Doesn't know at all what to do. Maybe try to... Oh, he can't even go there. Where? No. No. No, I don't. Jesus Christ, stop it. Maybe there? Oh, but that's a fort level 6. Oh, that's also fort level 6. 8! 7! What's wrong with these people? Oh, there we go. Emden would be a good target. Should we just go back to the sea? Maybe you can just wait until we're fully replenished. Could go back to the sea and then target Ostfriesland. They are far away, so they will not be coming for us. And then maybe we can draw it out a little. Oh yeah, that should be enough. All right. Oof. Oh, by the way, I guess I need to do this again. Look at them. They are all done and dusted. He is dead. All of them are dead. Graf Hermann. Mark is still around, I guess. Who was that guy? All right, okay, yeah, I only pinned him because he was an enemy before. Wilhelmina and Franz rush to me, their eyes alight with a sudden bizarre and shared inspiration. Your Grace, I'm not a king. We've had the most marvelous, world-altering idea, Wilhelmina exclaims breathlessly. They believe all future court business, from tax collection to declarations of war, should henceforth be conducted entirely in rhyme. It will, they argue, with perfect sincerity, make diplomacy far more memorable and artistically satisfying, and will surely confuse foreign ambassadors. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess he doesn't really want to be mean to them, so he just says, "Okay, I'll consider that." Maybe. Right. Anyways, okay. So let's pin people that we should pin from around us. There we are. Oh, he's already drunkard. He can't take the heat. Ah, and she is too old to stay as wet nurse. We don't have anyone else, really, so we might be looking. Ah! Ezzo has started to besiege. Adelinde here is experienced. She's also a very mean person. Oh, and she's even worse. Which one of these would you like? The mean person or the really evil one? I guess she is not the person to instill virtue in children. I'm guessing she is more for encouraging competition. I think that's fair to say. Oh, look at them. Well, that's the Doge, really. It's because in my game here, it's an administrative court in Venice. That's why it's why he's king. But he's taking advantage. Yeah, conquering Padua, or at least attempting to do so. Well, I guess we're not doing too bad. Could also go here. Lots of things to do for us. All these Friesenlande here. All the Friesen. They don't defend themselves too well. So they are just ripe for the picking. Look at them. That's where they're heading. I'm guessing they could also head into Czechia and Bohemia. Because that's the main culprits. That's the one who fund the war. Yeah, again, the only thing we can do really is try to prolong the war. I'm not sure what happens when Geza dies. By the way, there's Siegfried, 65 years of age. Still, like, no ailments, really. He's just getting older. Oh, whom do we have here? Big man. Franz has been showing off a promising new recruit. Look at him. He may not be of as noble stock as you, my liege, but on my name, I swear that Ademar is someone you would want on your side. Okay. Yeah. Oof. Big man. Do I just... Because this is getting on my nerves. It's fine. 33 gold is fine. Just give it to me. Damn it. It has not changed. Oh! And now we have Kaiser Liutbrand. That is Poppo's brother. Oh, that was a twist I didn't see coming. And we're still having the war. Damn it. Okay, then, well, there's really nothing we can do. Now it's brother against brother. Okay. He's taking a ride at his age. Barthélemy? Alright, okay, that's our new guy here. Glances at the mud fields at the bottom of the hill. Those could serve as the outline of the enemy army, he says. I inform my knights as I inspect their battle line, preparing them for the strategy at hand. Yeah, let's do that. The storm of hooves around me, the shouts of mounted warriors, their unyielding momentum riding at their head. It feels as if I am at the head of a force of nature. This, however, is a force I direct, that responds to my every little order, that I command as if it was an extension of myself, charging into the flanks of an imaginary army. My knights never straying from my plan. I know that this is how I bring utter devastation to my enemy. Okay. What are we doing, really? We could go further down that path. And we'll be done here in a moment. Ta-da! And I guess we can go here now. Making a lot of coin. Could even reinvest that directly. The 7 months. Oh, what is that? Oh, the King of Hungary is now having his coronation, and he's asking us to come there and do. No, I'm very grateful that he was thinking of us. That is very nice of him, but I have to decline. I'm not not going through this. Also, he's 65 years old. He's not going anywhere. He's just looking after the kids. Maybe after her as well. He's just looking after everyone. Yeah, by the way, can they know language to study? Yeah, learn some French. That would be nice. Why is she not able to learn French? Oh, she's studying a language. Okay, okay. And I've said nothing. Richinza. He's looking after the grandkids. Well, their father has to be in a war that he doesn't want. Poor Ezzo. He just constantly has to do things that he doesn't want to do. Probably didn't like Pfalzgraf Hermann very much. Resisted his martial nature, only to now being forced to lead armies. Ah! At least that war has resolved. Because Bretislav is actually now Kaiser. Okay. So that means they can come home. Now we need to do that the right way. Oh, at first I thought the simple footman a fool for stepping onto the training field. However, the battle proved more hard fought than I expected, and it gradually became clear that he would be unable to stop his wild and vicious strikes from hurting me. Disarming him suddenly became a matter of life and death. I tried not to show my relief when his sword finally hit the ground. Oh, we're doing things with people. Right. What do we do with the man? I think there's either that one or that one, right? So if that guy here just out of the blue just try to get to us, I don't think we will just do and say, okay, yeah, come on, you join the court now. Or do we? I mean, stepping onto the training field. So that means that we were explicitly there for that purpose. So why would we be vengeful in that case? He just did what he was supposed to do. And he's not petty. Siegfried is not a petty person. I think he can admire that in a person when he steps up and does his thing. Okay, no, I'm making the 180 here. I'm saying we would actually want to have the guy at our court. Oh, there's a lesson on justice. It is time for a break from Adelheid's routine lesson plan. If I think it may be a good time to pass along some values of House von Sayn to her. Yes. Oh, that gives us critical stress. Whoopsie. Do we have means to do something about that? Not really. Oh, he's stressed at his age. Yeah, he probably resorts to doing the thing that he did in the past. Just going to the confession booth and being contrite. I guess not only going to the confession booth, but also like telling people what a bad person he is. Oh, there's so many wars still ongoing. But that's not our wars now, yeah? That's important to remember. That is not our wars. Okay, let's let Ezzo return. Oh, he created the Duchy of Luxembourg. Mm-hmm. Are we doing a history flip? Because, of course, we know that in the 14th century, the Luxembourgs became kings of Bohemia. So now we're doing the opposite. The kings of Bohemia becoming the dukes of Luxembourg. He's creating several duchies. I'm guessing he will pass them on. Maybe to him. Right. And there he is. Ezzo is home. Indeed. Indeed. He is now Duke. So we can finally disband the army. Oh, what a relief. We also created the Duchy of Westphalen. Probably because he has that much money. Yeah, he has money. Hurry, my liege, you have to hear this. The wet nurse Adelinde rushes me into my granddaughter's chamber. Adelinde points at Winfrieda in excitement, so I lean towards her and listen. Pa. No. I'm not your daddy. I'm not your daddy. I have been the man that has been around you for most of your life. But I am not your daddy. But I think it's just delightful. Ah, the children. It's just like, yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm back from war. It was awful. It was really awful. Do we upgrade? I mean, that's a lot of money for once. Oh, we do have still people to ransom. Ah, yes, of course. We can have him back. Yes, please. And then there is a tournament. Now, that would be... I guess we could join that. Not for ourselves, but I guess that's an opportunity. We just need to make sure that... yeah, okay. So the wife is still there. Is our son a knight? Yes. He's still also the personal champion. So there's that. I guess he could technically still compete. Well, no. He is in his role now. He's, you know, what a principled man he is. So there we go. No, we don't have any here. We are just now... Lothar is getting back. That's good, I guess. Oh yeah, by the way, wouldn't he be a knight as well? Nah, not at 6. But he shouldn't be a knight either. Gerlach. What is he even doing here? Do I need to, like, say, okay, you'll get a little bit of gold? And then, like, a compensation, and then you can leave? There we are. I think that's best. Well, I'm guessing for the time being. All right, no, he can't even be a knight because we already have too many. Ah, I see. Well, in that case, I guess the least what we can do, yeah, put him in that position for now. There we are. That will be good for him. Everything else fine in here, yes. So. When we train for a tournament, is that really just me? You and your knights will sharpen your skills. Okay. Is he? Well, he's also good in prowess, so okay. Let's do this, lads. There we go. Oh, prowess increased, okay. And I hope that kind of Ezzo did something similar here. No. Oh no, he did. Base is 11. It's just not updated yet. So his prowess also increased. Good. Now, we will go to the tournament here. We will, of course, cross the dastardly forests. I guess we could go for mercenary guards. That will make us a little faster as well, right? So we arrive at the 3rd of October. That's plenty of time. And then we can have a look around. I mean, when we go back, we can even take a look around Paris. Have a look at that. Isn't that nice? And I guess our son has not visited Trier and Kreuznach before, so he can take a look at that one as well. So there we are. See, we're doing all kinds of nice things just for our son. That's what we should do. Or we can make haste. Is that good? Nah. Not sure. Not sure. We shouldn't take any chances with the bad forest of Isenburg. Let's join it. There we go. Right. Anyway. Yeah, let's go. Oh, the Songs of the Lorelei. I think we should leave an offering. That should be good luck. Right. There we go. Yeah, recreation would be good. We're just there to cheer on our son. There we go. He's part of this. A sparkling encounter. As you traverse the plains of Champagne, you come across a bustling scene. A group of merchants is setting up for a champagne fair. The colorful tents and stalls dotting the landscape. The air is filled with the enticing aroma of exotic spices and the chatter of eager traders. Your current master Lothar turns to you with an excited glint in his eyes. Why is the his big? Anyway, capital. My lord, this is a rare opportunity for us to trade goods and gather valuable information about the region. The champagne fairs are famous for their fine cloth, spices, and of course the exquisite local wine. Shall we join them and see what treasures await us? Well, we are technically going for... But apparently it doesn't cost us anything to do that. So, yes, okay, explore the fair. Sure. Nice. A local tour. Let's just stick that away because I want to focus on that one here now. I can't wait for it to start. Now, I want to go to the tourney grounds, and for the knights, I'm guaranteed to qualify. I don't want to. I don't actually want to. Well, I can't, says the game. So why am I guaranteed to qualify? Maybe that's just a bug. But I'm not sure. What I want to have is going to the tourney grounds and have that event where we can train with all the knights. But I'm not sure I can do that if I don't have Triumph as my goal. So I'm guessing I will pick that one currently. Still making sure that all the knights are participating. Yes. Go to the tourney grounds. Yes, and I get it. I get this one. That's great. So what we want is to your saddles, draw your swords. You see here, every knight will gain the trait Hastiluder. The knights' scores will increase slightly. That will make them qualify. And they even gain some experience. So there we go. Good. And now I guess I can get back to recreation. Now I'm fine. That's all I wanted. Oh, and while I'm here, I'm going to pick strawberries. We had that before, so I'm not reading it out. Yeah, just inquire about the plants. What else can we do here while we are here? I'm guessing we can pray. That would make sense. Then we can pray for our son, Ezzo. There we go. I hope that helped. Guess we can also take a look at the artisan quarters. A noble's blood. Lothair's voice rings out. Oh, who's that guy? That's the bishop of Cremona. Okay. I blink through the gloom to where he stands hungrily, brandishing a glinting dagger. All I need is just the smallest splash of noble blood to quench a blade. The sword will be the finest weapon ever made. Songs will be sung of me. He edges closer, a mad glint flickering in his eyes. It'll be all yours, Lord, all yours. I just need to be the one to forge it. Permit me that both our names will be remembered forever. I look down at my arm. This is complete nonsense, obviously. So let him just do his thing. He's a raving madman, is what he is. So now I am actually... And he is participating. I'm not sure why this is happening. As far as I know, I don't have any mod that tampers with tournaments. Has anyone else of you had this before? Oh, and Ezzo is not even in the list. Ah, damn it. Well, if that is the case, then I will fight. Yeah, your champion Ezzo did not qualify. Okay, then the old man needs to do it. Give the old man the lance. There he is. I guess we are aiming for triumph now. So there is that. The two horses break into a trot. My lance begins to descend to its position. But I see no similar movement from my adversary, Kuno. Instead, his lance points away from me, far off target. The mercy pass is well known amongst those that are familiar with jousting. Once the pass has begun, deliberately aiming away from your opponent will signal you would like to appeal for a reset. It is a matter of respect for one's competitors to comply with that request. Of course, this is only if you see your opponent's wish. No, of course. He's a principled man. He would not want to win this through such easy ways here. So I will take that option here. No, that even was good for me, apparently. The banners flicker and flap in the breeze, stealing away the crowd's breath for a moment as I curb my horse. I hoist my lance as the previous events of the contest play back through my mind, like that's just a moment ago. Like when my opponent asks for mercy, he's still here. It is time for one final pass. It all comes down to this. Hit him in the head. Aiming high and going low. I saw a tell. And there will be no trickery. May we say, okay, we noticed something here. Oh! And we won. First the sound of the crash, then, an instant later, a shuddering jolt up my arm, then suddenly another sound, the crowd's acclaim. My lance strikes home with force, shattering on my adversary's shield. Even more notably, they have missed entirely. We reset the last time, and as my horse thunders towards Kuno, I have a good feeling about this tilt. My lance strikes true, straight into his shield with a deafening crash and an explosion of splinters as his own flies past me. That's all the points I need. The judges call an end. I have won. Alas, Kuno was maimed for his efforts and died soon thereafter. Oh no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was not... I did not want to do that. I'm very sorry. Alright, who's next? Oh. Oh. I'll get back to that in a moment here. The Joust quarterfinals are over. The herald booms. Comte Otton of Auvergne, Graf Siegfried of Sayn, Comte Ardicino of Bresse, and France have reached the semi-finals. And France. My next bout will be against my fellow contestant, Comte Otton. Yes. I will, of course, face him. And now I'm getting to sabotage someone. No, this is no way to win, of course. Go to the mark, couch the lance, rest back upon the saddle, wait for the signal, lean forward, aim. The sequence of jousting is almost mechanical to me by now, but as the twin impacts shudder through me, a sharp, searing pain flares along my arm. Blood flows freely from a livid bicep wound, my opponent Otton's lance having sliced viciously along my upper arm. It is a grave wound. Nobody would accuse me of cowardice for dropping out, and indeed, several concerned valets are insisting I do just that. Oh, we know what he is, what he's about, right? He is able of going further, even if, well, I'm going to roll for that one, because again, like, we know that he sometimes is stubborn when it comes to these matters. Of course, we know the direction that he was heading until here, but I think now there's some reignition here of his former self that he's feeling here, and of course the adrenaline and everything. I will just roll for this one. 1 to 3 is the first one, 4 to 6 the latter. It's a 4. No. Even in this moment of the adrenaline and everything, he decides that he will resign here because that is definitely the better thing to do. He doesn't want to die in front of his son. Not like this. The bout between Franz and Comte Ardicino has been decided. It was closely fought, but in the end, Franz broke his third lance against Ardicino's shield with a well-aimed blow. Franz is through to the final. Oh! There we go. And they are now in the final. Now, the big question is... Yes, he did win! First, the sound of the crash, then an instant later, a shuddering jolt up my arm, blah, blah, blah. That's the bout between Franz and Comte Otton has been decided. It was closely fought, but in the end, Franz had more points than Otton when the last lances were spent. This means Franz has won the joust contest. No, that's not him. That's Franz. That is our Franz. The albino. And our marshal. I think that warrants knighthood, really. That warrants knighthood. There you go. Isenberg! Oh no! I guess that will stay like this. I might rename it to Isenburg, though. Maybe that's where he's from. There we are. Trumpets sound, the crowd clamors and so on. After many trials, some tribulations, above all else, some truly spirited competition, Franz beat Comte Otton in the final. Franz is our winner. I must put in more effort next time, I think to myself. Well, I'm sure my champion Ezzo didn't even qualify. This is so sad. Like, he is here to promote his son, and then he is the one who enters the competition in front of his son. So, while he tries to do the best for his son, he ends up somehow humiliating him. Oh, dear. Well, there's a melee left, and I'm guessing we would want our knights to attend again, so there we are. Of course, Ezzo should be in there as well. Okay, so it's back to the tourney grounds. That's the one where you can poach someone else. Nah, I don't wish to offend anyone here. That's not my style. I guess we can go back to the temple. Oh, Ezzo is going to participate this time. Oh, it's all of us. All of us are going to participate, apparently. All right. There you go. I made preparations. The yard around the church is deserted this close to the sunset. I hear a rustle around the leaves and see the silhouette of a small animal running among the tombstones. The carvings are almost gone, and some of them clearly visible in others. I take a step towards them because it's late, because it'll keep getting later, because it's never been this late in my life. Well, I wonder if I can find one of my ancestors, and to dust I shall return. I usually pick this one because the opportunity of getting 150 renown is just too grand to miss. But I will do the other one. Because he will contemplate his own fate, of course, at this point. Yep, Ezzo still in. Come on, Ezzo. Ah. Yeah, we will get back to this in a moment. But he wants me to be the spy master? What is he thinking? Gangulf. Well, I'm guessing I will decline. For now. Maybe we'll do something about it when I return. But yeah. By the way, what is this? While we are here, we are also besieged? Jesus Christ. Please don't let the tournament dissolve into nothing. What do? Do we just go back to the tourney grounds one more time? A strongman show. Oh, that's not what I'm here for. Study the technique. Maybe that does something. Alright, guys. A clear divide has been drawn between the two teams, who stand across from each other, taunting as they prepare their equipment and whisper plans. Horses are readied in the background, the chargers whinnying and harumphing. It will be a brutal day's work. My champion Ezzo and I will show Herzog Ernst what this is about. Oh. Kommt Eribrando II and Herzog Ernst. Ah, okay, we are not the team captain. But we are on Comte Eribrando's team. And Ezzo is with us. That's good. Glory will be ours. I just remember the previous tournament victory. I did win in a tournament once. Apparently it didn't count, but he remembers. Looking out across the melee, I spy a beleaguered teammate fighting on foot, surrounded by two foes. Another glance reveals the muddied and torn colors he wears, the banner of our noble house von Sayn. Barging my steed into the brawl, one adversary goes flying, the other, taken by surprise, is made short work of by our combined blades. Or isn't that nice? Ezzo smiles thankfully, bowing before me and my charger. My thanks. They would have had me otherwise. He looks down at the frayed but still vibrant fabrics the two of us wear, patting the crest lying over his heart, until our fidelity engulfs the world. Oh. Oh. I think that's the moment of pride. I think he would somehow lean towards this. Like, I will protect you, Ezzo. Like, if that is the last thing I would do, then I would protect you. But in this moment here, where it's the two of them, and I think that's the first real father and son bonding moment that they've had. This is their bonding moment. And I guess I think what he would do here is just reach out. They shake hands, or even do a little hug, and say, and he repeats, until our fidelity engulfs the world. Ezzo. We have house unity for 15 years. Oh, there we go. Injury resistance +1. Enemy fatal casualties +10%. And there we are. Nice. That was a nice one. So Ezzo stepped up, we could say. Oh, and there is Philibert, and he died of old age. Well, that's fine. Oh, he did have a son. Wolfram von Hachenburg. Good one. Amidst the blood and thunder of the melee, it is almost impossible to keep your bearings. The massive competitors heave and sway, an uncontrollable pile of humanity. Woe betide anyone who should stand in its way. Of course, an unfortunate peasant need only move aside with haste to avoid the brawl. The issue is a little more pronounced, I consider, when the victim is a building. The melee has spilled over into Reims proper, and even now I can see contestants from both sides ripping off pieces of building facade to use as rudimentary shields or even missiles. I fancy I can even hear the crackling of flames in the middle distance. Oh, I'm able to use my my August perk. That one here would increase the score slightly, though. No, but if I can, I will. Stop! Damn your eyes! Truce! He shouts, and all people stand still. The shadows loom long as the battle wears on, the fray shrinking as contestants limp away. Wheeling my horse, I think back to what has transpired so far, such as when I lost my temper and beat another competitor into a bloody pulp. Events are clearly coming to a head as tired battle lines are drawn up once more. The opportunity to stamp my mark on this contest is now. Oh yeah, that sounds nice. With me to victory! The ploy was a stunning blow. The tide shifts in my team's favor, multiple riders breaking free as we overwhelm their flank, racing away towards the opposition's camp. We can only hope they reach it before the same happens to us. It is almost impossible to call which side is closest to prevailing. There is still all to play for. I can see the heralds begin to make their way onto the field to signal the conclusion of the event. The end draws near. There's one more push, and our score increased greatly. I really think that Siegfried was the leader here. And of course we lost. Like I said, I usually lose this one. Only would have won this once, right? But then the tournament didn't. Anyway. Trumpets sound, the crowd clamors, competitors begin to assemble, the contest is over, and one team's moment in the sun is being readied. A herald steps forward, voice booming out across the scene. Blablabla. That's always the same one, right? We have a winners. Herzog Ernst's team beat Comte Erebrandos in the contest. Oh well, we'll just have to practice harder for next time. The most important part was that we had our moment with our son. I think before we leave, we can take a look at the artisans' quarters again. Oh, there we go. A fine favor. There's 18 years old. What would you want? What would you want with a 66-year-old man? I guess he's looking decent still in his attire here, in his armor. So, but no. Thank you, ladies. I'm flattered, clearly, but I'm not there for this. No. While I was in the castle town with Adelheid, her attention was caught by a criminal chained in the pillory. Adelheid lifted her head and made a show of ignoring the criminals begging for water. Yeah, well, let him know his place. There's different angles to look for this, obviously. And his way of approaching this would make me lean towards compassion. Not spitting on him and beating him, that's definitely not the thing. But let him know his place, yes, but at the same time, you know this thing where of course he is a vengeful person and so on, but we established this long ago. This is not his virtue. Like, he doesn't believe that this is the way to look at things, and he always tried to make the best of this. So I think he would opt for this one here. That if the man asks for this, she should be getting him that, even if that kind of messes up her character. There we go. She's a vindictive empath. Whatever that is. There's the conclusion. The sun comes down on the final day of the tournament, and the massed crowds begin to disperse. I find myself ruminating over the results. Ernst's team carried the day in the melee. Franz broke innumerable lances to prove their quality in the joust. I was unable to win a contest. I look forward to the next one. There we are. Oof. But it was great in the end. It was great because we got to spend time with our son and finally have that bonding moment that we've been looking for. So I'm guessing it's a return home and then we'll just see. Stained glass artisans. As you travel through the countryside of Champagne, you come across a group of local craftsmen working on a beautiful stained glass window for a church in Troyes. The sun shines through the colorful glass, casting a rainbow of light on the forest floor. Godefroy invites you and your party to try your hand at the delicate art of stained glass. He explains the process and offers his guidance. You could spend some time creating a piece of the window yourself. However, one forward move could ruin the valuable artwork and earn the craftsman's ire. No, that is definitely not something we would do. But I guess this is what we would do. Yeah, we would commission a piece for our own chapel. It's 20 gold. Of course, we don't really get something out of this, but anyway. I'll just go down this path here. Right, there we are. Visited Paris. Returning home. There's lots and lots of stuff going on here. We'll get to this in a second. He is doing something. Aha. The charcoal burners' camp. Deep in the forest of Bar, your party stumbles upon a clearing dominated by smoking earth mounds, the kilns of charcoal burners. These men live apart from civilization for weeks at a time, tending their slow fires day and night to transform wood into the fuel that smiths and metalworkers crave. René, the camp's master burner, emerges from a rough lean-to with a face so blackened by soot that only his eyes and teeth show white. He offers your party shelter and a share of their simple meal: black bread, hard cheese, and surprisingly good beer. Is that coal? Is he like? That's not a rib, right? That's just bread. We see all manner of folk pass through these woods, he says, settling by the fire. Merchants, pilgrims, outlaws. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. His men chuckle at the joke, but their eyes remain watchful. All right. I mean, he's a nobleman. He would not sit down with charcoal burners usually, but I guess he would be polite in this instance. Yeah. The impressive defensive structure at the peak of Arlon Forest is quite something. As I wander along the outer perimeter, I notice a peculiar person in the distance. He appears to be mumbling to himself, all the while stopping to crouch and collect what appears to be herbs of various kinds. It's almost as if he is talking to the herbs? I approach him carefully, and he looks up, various herbs displayed in his palm. I notice a spark of curiosity behind his eyes, proposing an unspoken question. No. That is definitely not what a count should do. Or at least a count of his standing. Like, he doesn't have anything to do with herbs. We are coming back home. And then we will see what happened here. Frankfurt has become the crossroads of the world. Oh, right. Okay, that's the great... No, that's the Venetian. No, thank you. I can go inside again. All right. So first of all, we do have some money. And... we can still negotiate alliances. Jesus Christ. Graf Valentin of Wied. Yes, we will do that. Yeah, there's a 4 lines. There's 5 with that one now. And let's take a look. We can actually upgrade the manor. I think we will do just that. Yeah, by the way, that's always stretches the image. I don't know why that happens, but yeah, we'll just ignore it. And now, we are not Reichsunmittelbar anymore, because we are back. Back with the Archbishop, because for whatever reason, he was granted the Archbishopric, what is now the Archbishopric of Berg. So, now we are in this duchy here with others like Mark and Berg and Ruhrgau and Dortmund. And he's also fighting, I guess, for Hochstaden. Oh no, Hochstaden currently is part of Cologne again. But Gorzelo here is saying, no. I want my Hochstaden back. So he's fighting for it currently. Okay. And how's that war going? Not well for the Archbishop. Yeah, there he is. Certainly outnumbered. Not really sure if we would even do something in here. We haven't been asked to participate at all. So there's that. I mean, if we were to pay homage, you would definitely go to Cologne now. And I'm thinking we can do that. Might just get ourselves a forest guide. And then head to Cologne. Right. Yeah, that's the ally. So we are formalizing this. Servants usher me into Erzbischof Gangulf's Great Hall in Cologne. That's the same text all the time. We hail the Erzbischof. And we turn around and leave for home again. There we are. We could actually also petition to be on the council. Does he feel, to a degree at least, reinvigorated after the little, after the tournament? I guess so. Maybe he should also say, I want this not only for myself, but I also want, for when I'm gone, I want it to be known that the von Sayn are deserving of such a station. I'm escorted into Gangulf's throne room, where he beckons for me to approach and address him. I elucidate the abilities, proven and otherwise, that make me a suitable candidate to be the Erzbischof's marshal. Okay. Requesting the position as his advisor. I certainly can't do any worse than Graf Adam of Saffenberg. Oh no, and now I'm throwing Adam out. I did not want that. After listening to my speech, he gives a curt nod and states, I shall dispatch my agents immediately to go. Why isn't it that you can, like, choose which one you want to go for? I understand that parts of these here you simply can't do because those would be ones that invited themselves in. Right, so maybe that's what Gerlach here did. Oh well. Well, he immediately went to become the spy master, so I'm guessing that's fine. By the way, what's the time? We're near the 2-hour mark. Not there yet exactly, but I guess we can wrap this up in. Oh. Yeah, we can wrap this up in a moment. And there is the big wrap-up. Yeah, he was known as the Priest-Hater, of course. He died of old age. One of the best fighters of his age. He was unrivaled in hand-to-hand combat. That is something that people remember of him. Ezzo steps forward as leader. Having mastered many skills, he is sure to be admired by his subjects. Okay, apparently there's that. Right, of course. Well, what did he die of? Just old age. He was just old. He founded a house. He was dreaded. He was exalted among men. He was a paragon of virtue. He was considered an August and a patriarch. He's fought in 8 wars, 5 offensive, 3 defensive. Hosted a feast. Well, like, he hosted some hunts as well, but apparently they're not in here. And he attended 2 grand tournaments, I would like to say. Just because they didn't bring the first one to an end doesn't mean he wasn't there. So there's that. And now Ezzo takes over. Right, not much to tell here. He's just the second in line. And we will continue as Ezzo from now on. There we are. Lots and lots of stuff to do, of course. Well, I will get into more detail next time, obviously, when it comes to the legacy of Siegfried, what awaits Ezzo now, how Ezzo will be different maybe from Siegfried, even if he shares some of his traits. I think he will be a much different person. And, well, for now, that's that. Cheers. Bye-bye.